Mosaic is coming, which means constant speed props for LSAs. Hi, I'm Lou Mancuso, the Landing Doctor. How will a constant speed prop help an LSA? Before I explain what a constant speed prop will do to the performance of an LSA, let me share some things I have learned. A Bristol LSA can be legally imported into the United States with a constant speed prop, but there would be some restrictions. It would be an EEO, experimental exhibition only, and there would be no night flying, no flight in congested airspace, no flying IFR and IMC, and no flight without a medical. Over the last few years, my company, Bristol Aircraft LLC, has imported numerous Bristol 915 Turbo LSA aircraft with the Rotax fuel-injected 140 horsepower engine and ground-adjustable props. The constant speed prop will be a game changer. Here is what I have learned about adding a constant speed prop to your LSA. We recently installed the Duke Tiger constant speed prop on a new Bristol 915 Turbo. Here are some of the things we have learned. If you are ordering a new LSA, make sure it has a Type 3 gearbox. You cannot have a single lever prop unless you have a single lever prop control installed at the factory. The blue lever is the prop control. More things we've learned about the constant speed prop. The blue lever is the prop control. As we've said, it must be done at the factory. And if you don't have a blue lever, here is what you need. You need the Duke Tiger single lever edition. It's an $8,000 part, and that can be done when the plane arrives in the States. The Duke Tiger constant speed prop is easy to use with the Flyblock box. It controls the RPM just with the turn of a switch. The Bristol 915 Turbo with the Duke Tiger prop climbs at 1,700 feet per minute to 8,000 feet in only 5 minutes. Today's mission is to determine the cruise speed at 8,000 feet and at 17,990 feet. My friend Tim will do the flying today while I take pictures of the plane. We will fly to 8,000 feet and then up to 17,990 feet and record the performance. So here we are at 8,000 feet and we're doing 146 knots or 168 miles per hour. If you look at the G3X screen, you can see on the left we're doing 130 knots indicated, and on the right 7,980 feet. Back to the left on the top of the speed tape you see 146 knots. So that was our speed at 8,000 feet. Here we are at 17,900 feet. We're doing 160 knots true air speed or 184 miles per hour. We had these RPM set at the max cruise setting of 5,500. We were burning 10 gallons per hour of fuel flow and all temperatures were in the green. Again, you look at the G3X, you can see 120 knots indicated, top of the tape 160 knots true airspeed, and on the right side 17,900 feet. So our mission is accomplished and we're flying back to the Flying Palomino 5 FA1. We've arrived at the Flying Palomino Ranch in the Villages, Florida, and we're landing to the west. Tim's final approach speed is 65 knots indicated airspeed and 30 degrees of flat. Here we are on short final with 60 knots indicated airspeed, looking good. As you can see, we're coming over the fence. We're at 55 knots indicated airspeed, and Tim is closing the throttle. Good job, Tim. Perfect touchdown with good visibility over the nose. Close the throttle and let it roll to a stop. It was a great flight, safely home with smiles on our faces. What's next? Our 916 Turbo with 160 horsepower has just arrived. With 20 more horsepower, I am expecting a top speed of almost 200 miles per hour. If you would like to chat about my flight, please feel free to call me on my personal cell phone at 516-658-1847 or contact me on email loumancuso@aol.com. Our websites are bristol.us, bristolaircraft.com, Sport Flying USA, Sebring Flight Academy, The Landing Doctor, and Mid-Island Air. If you need a place to store your jet, visit newyorkjet.com. We have over 130,000 square feet of hangars. So that's all for today. Fly with limitations and stay safe. And wait and look for our new video on the 916 Turbo with the constant speed prop. So that's Lou Mancuso. Have a good day.